After delving into a well and killing a curse to steal its eye, we make it to the Shadow Temple. And as we come upon our last temple, let's see what we couldn't have missed. In the first room of the Shadow Temple, you come across an eagle statue which you need to turn towards the true skull. This is actually a reference to the hover boots you are about to receive in the dungeon, which grants you flight, but if misused over pits, can cost you your life. Deeper in the Shadow Temple, we come across many guillotines. These guillotines are usually placed in random areas around the Shadow Temple to deter the player. But these guillotines were actually the guillotines that were used to give out the death penalty in Hyrule, but since that was outlawed, they have now been put in use as traps. In majority of the rooms in the Shadow Temple, you can find tons of silver rubies. These are usually seen in many temples and caves, but due to the sheer amount of them in the Shadow Temple, clearly something is off about them. With the history we know about the Shadow Temple and how it was used for brutal interrogations from the Sheikah, this must mean that besides from just taking information from their suspects, they also would plunder rubies from their suspects to gain wealth for the royal family. The Catacombs are a very disturbing part of the Shadow Temple, because getting to see a physical representation of the sheer amount of suspects the Sheikah had disposed of or interrogated is very unsettling. The boat in the Shadow Temple is such an iconic moment in Ocarina of Time. Most people, when reminiscing on this part of the game, remember the awe of seeing this scene for the first time. However, this segment was so good that the whole concept of utilizing a boat in a Zelda game was utilized for the Wind Waker HD. The fight with Bongo Bongo is one of the only fights that can threaten you with the constant fear of running out of magic. Not only is it integral to the fight, but without magic, you can't even see Bongo Bongo. But sadly, while it lets you see Bongo Bongo, it doesn't let you see his feelings. And to be honest, Bongo Bongo isn't even a lackey of Ganon. He was genuinely just trying to play music on his bongo, but sadly we ruin his solo by attacking him. And that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do.